The groove that kicks off the track, Suck My Kiss, is based around an eighth note pattern played on the hi-hat, snares playing 2 and 4. On the kick, we're playing 1 and the and of beat 1, the and of beat 2, and the E, or second 16th note of beat 3. So, let's just isolate the hi-hat and bass drum part so you can hear how that bass drum pattern relates to the time. So, 3E and a 4E and a. So here's that groove played at tempo. Another important aspect of that groove is the evenly emphasized eighth note. So again, we're not emphasizing the quarter note. And here's the variation that appears every 4 bars on the intro. And here's that variation played in context. The verses are based around a 2-bar pattern, the first bar of which involves choking the cymbal on the second 16th note of beat 4. So we'll look at the 2 bars there in isolation. Here's the first bar of the 2-bar verse pattern. 3E and a 4E and a. And here's the second bar. Notice the flam on beat 4. 3E and a 4E and a. Now here's those 2 bars played together and played slowly. And here they are played at tempo. There's a 16th note triplet fill that takes us into the chorus. And played slowly, it sounds like this. And here's that 16th note triplet fill with a bar of time before it. Into the chorus now, and we've got a quite a syncopated feel in the first bar there, with the backbeat displaced slightly. So here's that first bar played slowly. The 8th notes continue on the hi-hat throughout. This bar forms the basis of the chorus, and it just alternates with some syncopated variations, with most of the action happening on the bass drum here. So let me play the first 4 bars of that first chorus. Now we're on to the second 4 bars of that first chorus, and watch out for the second bar here, because we've got all the upbeat 16th notes on beat 3 and the E of beat 4 there in the second bar. So I'm going to play that second bar here just in isolation. And here it is in context with those 4 bars. We go through that same verse-chorus sequence again. At the end of the second chorus, there's a variation in the second 4 bars again, and again it lands in that second bar as well. This time we're closing the hi-hats on the second 16th note of beats 3 and 4. So here's that second bar in isolation, and you hear we've got these closed hi-hats. Let me play that slowly for you now, thinking about the 16th note subdivision. So 3E and a 4E and a. At the end of that second chorus, we've got a fill that takes us into the guitar solo. And that's a double stop fill with the hands playing the same thing between the toms and the snare. And so that sounds like this. Now I'll play the last 4 bars of that second chorus so you can hear those last 2 examples in context. The guitar solo is based around the same groove as we heard on the intro, with that variation in the 4th bar each time. That would sound something like this. Into the final chorus now, and the variation appears in the same place here. So if we've divided that into 2 4-bar sections, the variation appears in the second bar of the second lot of 4 bars. So this time we've got a cymbal choke on the second 16th note of beat 4. So I'll play that bar in isolation for you. I'll play that final chorus in its entirety now. I'll play it slowly at first and then I'll play it at tempo. And that concludes our look at all of the parts that make up the track Suck My Kiss.